majority of the failure when you go to market with a product that is successful are very often linked to out of stock and to missing the understanding of the quantity out there. And this usually is a point of non-return, especially when you are in the retail environment. Retailers never forgive you that.
I'm alive, no matter what you say. Bless your heart, need it in the worst way. La 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 la. I'm a champion, la la la.
Hello, I'm Shimon Adjustment of the Israel Conference, and today in Israel Means Business, we have the pleasure of meeting with Sophie Blum. Sophie is the president and co-founder of ESBC Ventures, and Sophie was the president of a Fortune 50 company, is involved in funds and is involved in many, many ventures. We have the benefit of learning from her today about the executive's journey, how to develop a team and how to grow a company and bring your product to market. Sophie, welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Delighted to be here with you.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to have your knowledge and your experience. Sophie, tell me, when you get involved with a company and you meet with the CEO, what are some of the characteristics that you're looking for that give you information as to how that CEO is going to be successful?
So, look, that's a fabulous question. Two main areas that are very strategic at this stage when you encounter the CEO. The first one is around do you understand what the vision is, where the company is going, and why? I mean, the company is so unique in delivering. So that's really, and this is usually the outcome of quality strategy work and ability to really translate it into milestone and roadblocks. The second point that we are checking is, and that I'm always very mindful, is the CEO able to convey what does the brand stand for, what does the company stand for, in order to engage employees, investors, partners. Those are the two areas.
So when the CEO is telling the brand story, the CEO often comes with a paraphernalia, the deck, their roadmap, the object that they're selling as well, and many, many stories. What usually stands out to you? Is it the roadmap? Is it the product itself? Is it the employees that the CEO has gathered around the company?
There is one thing that is, the most important, which is who is the team behind. And you immediately feel the impact of a CEO that is going to be successful with the project is in charge of, is the ability to bring forward the team behind and the story behind.
And so what will stand out in that? If the CEO brings a roadmap and says, first we're going to start at phase one and ultimately we're going to get to our IPO, where do you ask the CEO to pause and explain and talk about the risk that the CEO is glossing over?
So the main question is, can you explain to me overall how the lowest level in the company, or even better, the sales representative, is going to translate this beautiful roadmap on a day-to-day? And here you immediately see a CEO that is in the trenches is going to translate this into number of bottles, number of grams, kilo, cities, inhabitants, very concrete and actionable measurement. And the one that is a little bit more in the ivory tower or conceptual,
yes,
is going to keep on using strategic wording, and black and white, you see it immediately.
In business, we often use the word scorecard. And how did you accomplish your goal? And are you ready for the next phase? How many times do you have to ask a CEO if the CEO has accomplished phase 2 before moving on to phase 3?
We are always in business cycles and life stages. And each profile of CEO has his strengths or her strengths for a certain stage. And when you have someone that is founding a company, is going to be extremely focused on the vision and the mission, and your scorecard needs to be around that in order to check if the vision and the mission are big enough, that are backed by some data, but really that they correspond to a big unmet need. When you are in a later stage, for example, where you have a product market fit, where you have already few customers, then the key question is going to be, okay, how many of those customers are staying? How many are returning? And you immediately know also what is going to come next.
It reminds me of the quote from Peter Drucker, the great organizational theorist, who said to a company one day, it all sounds great. It sounds like you have a product that's going to go to market, and it sounds like you have a great organization, but do you have the machine ready to deliver? What will you do if you actually succeed in getting your product to the marketplace and demand becomes much larger than your ability to supply?
So that's a great one, because what we don't know necessarily is that the majority of the failure when you go to market with a product that is successful are very often linked to out of stock and to missing the understanding of the quantity out there. And this usually is a point of non-return, especially when you are in the retail environment. Retailers never forgive you that. So that's indeed a very important question. What if scenarios are a very important question in the boardroom.
And in bringing a product to market, how important is the packaging and the font and the look and feel of the products that sits on the shelf?
Look, we call it the first moment of truth. And this is really the moment where you first interact with a product. And this is a tough one, because on average, if we talk retail, you spend less than 3 seconds on the shelf. So imagine the impact that needs to be there. What I used to call it in the early days of retail was really your packaging is your silent salesman.
So the image of the company precedes the company itself, both in selling the product as well as in getting backing, funding, which is maybe our last question on how does a company starting out with a great idea, a great product, a good team, get the money that allows them to buy the inventory so that they're not out of stock?
So great question. It's the work of a team, an entire team here again. I mean, it's all about a team that is inspired and orchestrated by a CEO or a founder that is able to convey with assertiveness, humility, and very positive energy what the company is aiming at really bringing to the world. When you have those components, then you have some investor ready to listen to your project.
So in closing, Sophie, since we've got the flag of Israel behind us, what would be your advice to an Israeli company that's trying to bring a product to market to sell it worldwide?
Don't underestimate the importance of worldwide experience and the humility it requires to expand. That's the lesson we learn when we are in consumer good. Every day, every consumer, one consumer at a time. A great lesson for any business.
Beautiful. Sophie, thank you for your insights, your wisdom. We're so appreciative, and we'd like to invite you back for another chapter on how to grow a company. Thank you. I'm Sharona Justman of the Israel Conference, and Israel means business.
Thank you.
Beaucoup. To see more conversations with extraordinary Israeli business entrepreneurs, visit theisraelconference.org.
For when they stumble, move them up, I watch them crumble.